Hi world, it's the 2nd of February 2024. Pluto is now firmly established in Aquarius. The Sun is in Aquarius. In a few days' time, on the 9th of February at 2300 UK time, it will be the new moon in Aquarius. On the 5th of February at 5:11 AM UK time, Mercury moves into Aquarius. Mars will move into Aquarius about 6 AM on the 13th of February UK time, followed by Venus moving into Aquarius on the 16th of February at about 4 PM UK time. So over the course of this month, we're going to have alternatively 5, followed by 4, followed by 5 planets in Aquarius, 6 altogether at various different times. So you'd be forgiven for thinking that this is the start of a whole new pattern, that this is Aquarius. So what does this tell us with regard to the world? Well, we have an ongoing, permanent warfare in the Middle East, which won't be resolved until one race is wiped out, probably. We have ongoing warfare in the Red Sea, ongoing warfare in Ukraine. In America, 2 of the last great old dinosaurs are fighting for supremacy over a country that appears to be tearing itself apart and failing. In Britain, there is a lame duck government that is trying everything to boost its popularity, yet getting driven apart by issues of corruption and in-house fighting. The world's going to pieces. I find myself saying to people in the smaller countries, you have no idea how safe you are. The world is a dangerous place. And it's going to get messier in the short term. I have done 110, yeah really, is it 110 for, about 110, maybe 112 readings this year. And I will get to everyone who emails me. I will, it's just going to take time. And when you do that many readings in a short space of time, you can see patterns. And you can see patterns that affect not just the individuals, but the collective. Both the collective in terms of local communities and the global community. And I'm really seeing 2 or 3 specific patterns unfolding as I speak. In the immediate short term, the events of this coming month are going to go a long way to influencing the developments of the rest of this year and the next 2 or 3 years. But not necessarily for all the bad. There's a lot of trouble going on in the world at the moment, and I think that the majority of humans have it in them to be appalled, disgusted, and ashamed of their leaders for allowing the world to get into this mess. And it is down to basically greed, power, and religion. And the majority of humans are decent people. So in the short term, I do think it's going to get worse, which is then going to feed this desire for a better future. And the groundswell of public opinion over the coming months is going to unseat a lot of the old dinosaurs and hopefully free us up for a better future. At least that's my hope. In the medium term, 40 to 50% of people seem to be being influenced by events coming up in the last 2 or 3 weeks of April, which tells me that the world is going to go through some type of shudder, shift, and It may be difficult for some, it may be very beneficial for others, but it's going to be seen as a cathartic point of change and transformation. And what is clear to me is that I'm not going to say all the readings I've done, but in the majority, 2/3 of the readings I've done, it's pretty clear to me that by the time we're into early May of this year, that 80% of the challenges of 2024 are over. And bearing in mind what we as a species have been through collectively in the last 3 or 4 years, with COVID and the wide-scale corruption of politics and our leaders, both in every country of the world and in all the religions, and also bearing in mind what's coming up in 2025 and 2026, I kind of hope that from May onwards we enter into a 7 to 8 month period of relative peace and quiet, of calm, so that we can regather ourselves, we can get our thoughts together, we can recharge our batteries and reboot our souls. And of course there'll be elections and decisions and politics and the hype and spin, and to use my current latest phrase, the bovine scatology that goes along with all that. But from an astrological perspective, we're being dragged into a new age, folks. We're being dragged into a future where, whether the leaders like it or not, words like empathy and compassion, sensitivity to environment, intuition, imagination, art, and the desire to be better human beings to ourselves and each other is only getting stronger. And not a moment too soon. Catch you later, folks. Bye now.